Now, this year I think we're going to lose about 6,000 retailers. Banking and finance is disrupted. Toys R Us has just filed bankruptcy. Next year that number could be as high as 8,000. And I think a lot of people are drawing some conclusions from that, that it's a result of digital disruption and the impact on brick and mortar. But that's probably not really true because Amazon didn't destroy borders. Borders destroyed borders. Borders destroyed borders, right? It wasn't the digitalness of Amazon that killed them. It was that they didn't really understand how to be disruptive innovators in a time of massive market disruption. Uber didn't reinvent the taxi cab. They destroyed the human experience of getting from one place to the other. And that's what disruptive innovators do. They don't make incremental improvements to stuff that's broken. They destroy it. And that's what we have to be really thoughtful of. We have to make sure that we are the disruptors and not victims of disruption. So now we're in squarely for the next 6 to 12 years in what we now call the experience economy. And the experience economy suggests that if you can deliver, as my 11-year-old daughter would say, delicious experiences across 5 well-defined touch points, across 4 to 6 well-defined customer personas, not based on old-fashioned demography, in both digital and non-digital channels, you win. That's the secret that I learned from the best brands in the world. The other thing, and this may be a little bit controversial, but I believe this and I have proof. We can't judge people based on ethnicity and based on age and income. Let's base it on what they hate and what they love. The other day, I used my children as guinea pigs, which I often do. And we were at the Apple store, and I observed each of them individually. Now, this is my family. This is my 11-year-old daughter, Paige, my 17-year-old son, Chase, my 22-year-old daughter, Taylor, my super fabulous daughter, Madison, who's 19, and my wife, Michelle. So I watched them get sold. Now, Madison listened to this incredible presentation from this super bright guy at Apple. And, Madison, she's 6'1" and tall and skinny and blonde. I did a talk for Express, the clothing company. And she goes, oh, you're going to do a presentation for them? Yeah, this was last week. She goes, hey, could you tell them that you have a hot daughter? What? But she's so fabulous. And we're trying to get her to a more spiritual place right now, my wife and I. But this is what she said. She listens to this great pitch, and this is what she said. I literally have no idea what he just said, but I think he was hitting on me. That was her hit. It turns out that the best innovations today are the beautiful human experiences that we create. And the benefits to brands are unbelievable. The other issue is the first touch. I have 4 kids, and my son is the basketball player, popular, cool kid. And so, I figured that I better start doing cool stuff with my son. So I had this super, super good idea. I decided that it'd be a great idea for me to start skateboarding with high-speed skateboards because, that's super cool. And here I'm at the hospital. And what was interesting is that when I got to the hospital, I saw this. And it was the wall of why we hate you, what we're going to do to punish you, right? You read this. This was only one. It went all the way to the ceiling, all the way to the floor, and there was like 9 of them. And literally, it was unbelievable. But to some level, almost every organization has some of this stuff. That this first touch point was really important. And yet they chose to present all of this language, which was really, you can only describe it as hateful. Isn't it interesting with all the stuff that you guys have, all of the things in your incredible marketing toolbox, that 89% of the top brands in the world are going to leverage CX to drive sustainable growth and profitability? I think that's amazing. Now, the problem is that we think we have a plan. So we we all get together and we go, hey, look, the truck has to get back on its feet. We all know what we're doing. We don't need a plan. This is what we do. We're marketing people. We don't really need to formulate anything because we know what the objective is. Come on, we're just going to get the car back on its feet. Duh. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Didn't see that all the way through, right? And I see a lot of that in the way in which organizations are addressing CX. They take swipes at it. Here's what I found, and I probably have mopped up more failed CX initiatives probably than anybody else. And that is, most people make it a bumper sticker and a logo. Literally. It's just the strategic initiative du jour. And that's really sad because the benefits to your quality of life and to the people that you serve and your organization you work for, so many great opportunities there. The other thing is that we have more data than we've ever had before, yet we tend to not really understand how to get the real insights. We don't have a plan, it's not collaborative, and generally speaking, it's incremental. I think the biggest thing that we have to do today is to understand this new ocean, just like my trainer taught me all those years ago on how to be a beach lifeguard. Once you understand the environment, it is absolutely safe to jump in. And I would encourage you guys to really take a look at CX as a principal growth strategy. Thanks, you guys. I really appreciate it.